Morning, all you spectacular spectators. Hope you're having a great day. It's Monday, March 24th, and it's gonna be a short day today. It's about 9:30. I've got about 5 miles to do till we hit Fontana Dam, and we're gonna do a Nero and stay at the Fontana Dam village tonight. So a little recovery for the body. But I do think if you can see through the trees, there's some water down there. Had a good night's sleep. Turned cold about 4:30 this morning. I would say the camp around the shelter was much less populated than what I had thought it would be, especially compared to the previous night. I guess most stopped a little bit short. So there was only maybe, I'd say 10 or 12 people there last night. I hammocked. Took about an hour to break down this morning. I was really in no rush. One little climb left, and then we're almost all downhill into Fontana. Welcome to my Hikification. So today is a short day. It's just going to be a Nero from Cable Gap Shelter at mile 158.8 and getting to Fontana Dam Road, which is probably the first place to get into the Fontana Lodge. So it's going to be about 5 miles all told. Short climb off the front end and then a fairly steep descent through the remainder of the morning. Hopefully we'll get there by about 11 or 12 o'clock, and that gives us access to the Fontana Lodge as well as the Fontana Village. So I'm actually looking really forward to this Nero. I think this will give me just the right amount, a little extra recovery to hit the Smokies tomorrow with a little extra steam and momentum. Because that first day, there's some hills to climb. Whew. There's not much resupply in Fontana. Luckily, with my inability to appropriately schedule my food, still carrying way too much, which means I don't need to pick up that much stuff, but I've been hauling around probably an extra couple pounds for the last 2 weeks that I haven't needed to do. Hopefully we'll get that figured out over the next few days. Nice morning, a little bit brisk. There's not going to be too many views for you, but we'll definitely bring you out as we hit Fontana. Catch you in a bit. Making our way gradually there. There's Fontana Dam. We're going to stop just a little short of that and cross it tomorrow. That might be a little better view. Still a few trees in the way, but it's pretty. And behind them, that's the Smokies. Just arrived at the Fontana Lodge. Here's my room. Figured I'd show it to you before I do the pack explosion. It gets all messy. The basin and a bathtub. I guarantee that will get some use this evening. This little setup. And if it was a little bit warmer or a little bit later, I'm sure the pool would get some use. Do need to vary it up a little bit. The view from the bistro restaurant here at the Fontana Lodge. Course 2. So just picked up a little bit of a resupply at the, what do they call it? The general store. Actually, I found, I mean, maybe not the cheapest, but they have everything you could potentially need from a few Mountain House and Mountain House equivalents to your candies and goodies, all your ramen, tuna, etc. So this Fontana village is a little bit weird. It's this entire little community, I guess, built for tourists. They're all cabins and cottages and that type of stuff. And that's all that's here. Nobody actually lives here. So from recreational activities to restaurants, to little cabins. I guess there's quite a tourist hotspot. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not for thru hikers per se. I actually think, if I recall, the tail of the dragon starts right around or ends right around here, which is this very famous road if you're into motorcycling, with like 370 curves over an 11-mile period or something insane like that. And while I ride, I'm not quite up to that caliber yet. And then I guess the Smokies do get a lot of people visiting them. And this would be an incredible base camp to start your adventure. This is all assumption and speculation on my part. So anybody with actual knowledge of the basis for being of this little Fontana community, by all means, feel free to add it in the comments. Up ahead there is the Wildwood Grill. I don't think it's open yet. We're still in the winter season. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Food is eaten. Resupply has been picked up. Gear is fully exploded. And so now it is time to have a beer and put my feet up. Rest of this afternoon and this evening to relax, put my feet up. I've got about 3 videos to edit, have a nice dinner, and maybe get to bed at a decent hour. And who knows, there's a TV here. One could wish. Okay, so let's finish up the wrap up for today. We started at Cable Gap Shelter, mile 158.8, and ended up at the Fontana Dam. I guess it's the Marina, the trailhead crossing, just short of the Fontana Hilton Shelter by about a mile. So that put about a 6-mile day. Managed to get here at the Fontana Lodge before noon, had a great lunch, and then did some odds and ends. Still kind of getting my stuff together, but got myself cleaned up, got a few of those tangles out of the beard, even trimmed the mustache. It's been a couple weeks. All those kind of personal hygiene stuff that you never get around to on the trail. I actually think I might have got the dirt out from under my fingernails, which is very nice. The one thing I haven't quite got used to is being dirty all the time. So it was nice to just really get myself cleaned up a little bit and do a few odds and ends chores. Spent the afternoon, did my banking. Hey, look at that, paid the bills. Bills don't have to get paid even though I'm out on the trail. So, had a nice dinner, actually had steak, potatoes, some greens in there, real food, which was nice. And you can tell the restaurant is geared to thru hikers right now because by 5 o'clock it was filled with thru hikers having dinner. The one thing that defines a thru hiker over and beyond our smell is probably our propensity to eat before 5 o'clock. At least now, because it gets dark early. So this evening, I am just going to put my feet up, see what's on the TV, maybe edit a video or two. The one thing I note about Fontana Dam here, there is literally no cell service, but the Wi-Fi in the lodge is pretty good. I was able to upload like 3 videos in a half an hour. So that's great. Now, if I can get a couple more videos finalized, I'll get the next week's schedule all out and I won't have to worry about it for a few days. Looking forward to starting tomorrow in the Smokies. We'll see what time I actually wake up. But by look of the people here, as well as those that carried on to the shelter, I think it's going to be pretty crowded for the next few days. So we're just going to have to deal with the crowds as we go. Still take it one day at a time. We'll take you along for the ride, though. It looks like the weather's going to hold, which is nice. So hopefully it'll be a nice day tomorrow on that big uphill climb. Till next time, hike on.